Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another car review episode. In today's video, I want us to get to look into a car which is known for practicability. This is a car also which is a very reliable car, and the car that we'll be looking into today in details is the Toyota Raum. So there's a lot of similarities that are associated between the Toyota Raum and the Toyota Spade. Previously, we did a video on Spade, but in this one, you'll be seeing how the two cars they're different. So pay attention, guys, because I'll be taking you through this conversation. I'm your host. My name is Willie, and of course, if you're a person who likes a conversation regarding cars, this is a channel that you should be part of, and you get to do that by hitting the subscribe button, which is just below here, as well as turn on the notification bell so that each and every time I'm bringing you an episode like this one, you can always be notified. It's also important to understand that this is a car which you can get to use for daily city driving, for daily commencing either to work or back home. It's a car which can really get to serve you very well. And the fact that it's a car from Toyota, in terms of its spare parts, they're easily available and they're not that extremely expensive. They're very affordable. So pay attention because I'll be taking you through this video in detail, and of course we get to look into pros and cons of this Toyota Raum. So for now, just allow the intro to roll, and I'm going to see you on the other side. Welcome back. To start with, it's very important that we get started by looking at the motor that gets to power this car, because the heart of this car is what gets to determine how long the car can serve you. And of course, if you'll be having every now and then to visit them to your mechanic. And of course, let's just go ahead and get to look at the engine that gets to power this car. So to start with, it's very important that you get to understand with the Toyota Raum, it uses an engine which is very popular, and this is an engine which has had a reputation in Toyota history to have less mechanical problems, to be very durable, as well as it gets to give out very good power to make sure that the car can be running, and of course can also get to help you to do other errands. So the Toyota Raum, it gets to use an engine called the 1NZ. So with this engine, as I said earlier, it's used also, you'll be finding it with other car models. And also, it's important that you get to understand this is an engine which gets to come with an engine capacity of around 1500 cc, and this is an engine which gets to use petrol. So you won't be seeing any of this engine using diesel. So with the 1500 cc engine capacity, it gets to give out some reasonable power output. You're talking about 108 horsepower, which is quite enough to push this car to top speed in just a few seconds. Remember, it's not such a big car in terms of the body size. So with such a powerful engine, trust me, it's a car that you can get also to use it for other activities back at home. So this car with such an engine, it gets to give you a fuel economy of around 14 to 18 kilometers per liter, which is quite some good range. You'll be seeing the same range with cars like the Toyota Fielder. We also have the Toyota Wish, as well as cars like the Toyota 110, 100, the 90 series. They get to give the same range, which is quite some good range when it comes to the fuel consumption. So with the Toyota Home, you'll be seeing most of them, if not all, they do come. They have the front wheel drive, meaning when it comes to the drive train, the front wheels they're the one which are being powered by the engine. So remember, it's a four-cylinder engine inline. Also, other things is that the engine also comes with the technology of the double overhead camshaft. Remember, these are very important technology to see in an engine, because it really gets to help or determine how smooth the engine gets to run, as well as the durability, the longevity of the engine is determined by such small factors that you get to see. Other car brands gets to miss out when it comes to the engine technology. So that's basically all you need to know about this engine in In case you want to learn more about the engine, you can as well get to talk to me in the comment section, and sure enough, I'll get back to you. So now let's just go ahead and get to look at the interior of this car. Well, when it comes to the interior of this car, remember with the Toyota Raum, it's not an high-end car. It's just a daily to daily commencing car. And from the dashboard, guys, you can see it comes just a very simple dashboard. We have the infotainment over there. Remember, with some depending on the unit that you get, there are those rounds that the engine comes paired with either manual transmission system or either an automatic transmission system, and it will really depend on the unit that you get to own. So with this particular unit that we are looking at, this one has an automatic transmission system. You can see that by this level over here. The infotainment system is just right here. Some units you'll be seeing they do have a digital display, but what you're having at this particular moment is an manual infotainment system, which also gets the job done. And of course, you'll be getting an AM or FM radio. Looking below here, we have the climate control knobs. This one you can get to adjust them manually. There's some units to come with, as I said, come the infotainment system come attached also as a one unit with the climate control, and of course with that you can get to adjust all those knobs. We have the speedometer gauge. We have the RPM as well as the fuel gauge right here. They all come combined in one. On this other side, we have things like we have more space, more door, more that is more pockets to put your items in there. We do have a passenger side airbag for safety purposes, and we also do have one in the middle of the steering. So it's important that you get to understand that. When it comes to things like the interior, the upholstery of the seats, you're talking about the fabric upholstery, whereby we have the seats being covered by a cloth fabric, but it really depends on the unit that you get. There are those ones which comes with leather finishing, but you can also get to do some aftermarket modification, and of course it will really look nice. For the windows, the electric powered, that's the same case with the side mirror, and of course you get to have a central control, meaning you can get to control how the windows they are raised from the driver's side panel buttons, which you get to have access to all that. Especially if you're looking at your family, you might need to have control of the back doors. We are talking about things like the child lock, all those. They're things which are very important. So with the Toyota Raum, remember it do comes in a very big two side doors, which gets to give you access. These are sliding doors, as you'll be seeing as we get to tackle the exterior features. But with the rear seats, you can get to lower them or fold them, and you get to have more space for carrying luggages if need be. So basically, that's the interior of the Toyota Raum. Now let's just go ahead and get to look at the exterior features. Well, let's look at the exterior features. These are purely magnificent car to look from the outside. You can see it comes with these big sliding doors, which are both. You get the two doors on both sides, which gets to give you access to those rear seats. We have the front doors. So basically, these are five-seater, but you can get to squeeze in more people if we are not talking about adults. When it comes to things like the wheel size, this car comes with a standard of 14-inch wheel, and that's the standard that you'll be seeing with most rounds. So for the case, if you get to look from the front side, they do come with fog lights, but it's not a standard thing, meaning you don't get that all the rounds. So you might find those ones which don't have the fog lights, and you can as well get to have the aftermarket for that. It comes with big LED headlights, which gets to give the driver good visibility when cruising at night. We're also talking about a car which has good ground clearance, which gets to give you the advantage of cruising to places which don't have, they're not tarmac, not extremely off-road terrain. And of course, the car can really get to maneuver in such places easily, considering it also has a very powerful engine, which really gets to help with that. So apart from that, we are also talking about the rear taillights, which are big and are well visible. When you're cruising at behind this car, you can literally get to be well informed whether the car is slowing down or they want to take a turn. You can get to see with those turning signals, which are in the taillights. So for the windows, they are power. The same case with the side mirrors. So if you need to adjust them, you just need to press a few buttons in there and you get the job done. So basically, that's all you need to know about the Toyota Raum. Talk to me in case you feel I've missed out something. If you want to suggest on our next video, you can get to do so by also reaching out on the comment section. And for sure, we really, really appreciate it. That's it for today, guys. See you in the next one.